The politics over bulldozer action in India has been on the boil, and with the latest order by the Supreme Court, the opposition has gotten fresh ammunition to target the BJP. The top court has paused all bulldozer actions across the country until its next hearing, slated on the 1st of October. In its interim order, it said that no demolition should take place in the country without its permission. The apex court, however, clarified that this order won't be applicable to encroachments on public roads, footpaths, railway lines or other public spaces.
1 अक्टूबर तक के लिए, जब तक कि ये नेक्स्ट मैटर लिस्ट नहीं हो जाता, यदि इसके बीच में कुछ भी स्टेट गवर्नमेंट या सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट्स के वो रिक्वायर्ड पड़ती है तो वो सुप्रीम कोर्ट से परमिशन लेंगे. विदाउट परमिशन कैन नॉट बी डिमोलिश्ड.
Naturally, the Supreme Court order has now added fuel to fire, with the opposition sharpening its attack on the centre, citing bulldozer action to suppress both minorities and the opposition as well. The BJP, however, continues to stick to its defence that all actions are constitutional and as per legal norms.
देखिए, बुलडोजर न्याय नहीं हो सकता है. बुलडोजर अनकॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल था. बुलडोजर लोगों को डराने के लिए था. बुलडोजर जानबूझ करके विपक्ष की आवाज़ को दबाने के लिए था. मैं धन्यवाद और बधाई दूंगा सुप्रीम कोर्ट के इस फैसले को, जिसने बुलडोजर को रोकने का काम किया है. मुख्यमंत्री जी और खासकर उत्तर प्रदेश की सरकार और बीजेपी के लोग इस बुलडोजर को इतना महिमा मंडल कर रहे थे कि बुलडोजर ही न्याय हो गया है. जब सुप्रीम कोर्ट का फैसला आ गया है, मैं समझता हूँ बुलडोजर रुकेगा और न्यायालय से न्याय मिलेगा.
सस्ती लोकप्रियता के लिए एक फैशन चल गया है कि अगर दोषी किसी जाति विशेष का या धर्म विशेष का है तो उस पर बुलडोजर चला दो. विरोधी है राजनीतिक रूप से, बुलडोजर चला दो. ये फैशन कुछ उत्तर प्रदेश, मध्य प्रदेश जैसे राज्यों में जाता था. सीधा सा एक सवाल, कल जब वो दोष मुक्त हो जाएगा तो क्या ये जो बुलडोज की गई प्रॉपर्टी है उसे सरकार देगी, पुलिस देगी?
भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार तो इस बात को पहले से ही मानती रही है कि राजनीतिक प्रतिद्वंदिता के आधार पर, पूर्वाग्रह के आधार पर बुलडोजर की कार्रवाई नहीं होनी चाहिए. लेकिन किसी अपराधी ने अगर इंक्रोचमेंट कर रखा है, अगर इलीगल कंस्ट्रक्शन कर रखा है, तो विधि की परिधि के दायरे में उस पर बुलडोजर चलना चाहिए. लेकिन जैसे उत्तर प्रदेश में समाजवादी पार्टी की सरकार के रहते हुए अखिलेश यादव जी ने अपने ही विधायक रामपाल यादव के घर पर बुलडोजर नाराज होकर के चलवाया था, या उद्धव ठाकरे ने नाराज होकर के कंगना रनौत के घर पर बुलडोजर चलाया था, ऐसी बुलडोजर की कार्रवाई तो रुकनी ही चाहिए.
Meanwhile, the AIMIM president Asaduddin Owaisi has welcomed top court's order, and Asaduddin Owaisi in fact has put out a post, says bulldozers used to inflict revenge. That's his post on your screens right now. Asaduddin Owaisi says, and I quote, "The Supreme Court judgment on bulldozer injustice is a welcoming one. Due process should be followed. State governments have been using bulldozers to inflict revenge, collective punishment and to appease mobs." So Owaisi there welcoming Supreme Court's judgment. Let's open this up. Let's go across to our guests. Let's open up the debate. We have Dr.Kaushal Kant Mish, national spokesperson of the BJP. We have Shashank Shekhar Jha, lawyer of the Supreme Court. He would be joining us anytime now. Pankaj Sharma, political analyst, is with us. And we have Mohammad Tariq Khan, national spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party as well. Good evening to all of you. Let me begin with Mr. Jha. The court has made it absolutely clear that, Mr. Mishra, I beg your pardon, the court has made it clear, Mr. Mishra, that you cannot go ahead with demolition, this bulldozer justice culture, and certainly not glorify it.
I think we must go through what the court order is in writing. What it says, we made clear. We won't come between unauthorized construction, but executive can't be judged. So unauthorized construction means order says that public road, footpath, railway lines, other public space such as water bodies, if there is any illegal construction, bulldozer can go on. This is very clear from the order. What the judgment says, please go through that judgment. It says if there is some private property, personal property, and if there is some doubt, then only you can stop bulldozer. So there is a condition which is very clear. If my personal house is in some area of the authorized area of the city, and there is something coming out from the border or some little bit edge or some area, extra area enclosed.
Dr. Kaushal Kant Mishra, the criticism of the BJP government in Uttar Pradesh has been that you have targeted people. Just because they are accused, their properties have been demolished. And if you are citing illegalities in construction and encroachments, why were they not demolished before the crime comes to fore?
If you say that we are targeting the opposition or certain groups, then I am telling you the names of BJP leaders like Srikant Tyagi in Greater Noida, Devendra Pandey in Prayagraj, Nand Gopal Nandi, who is ex-minister, Rajiv Rana from the Bareilly, and apart from all others, we are the party with the difference and we are party of the principle. If you see Mr. Nitin Gadkari, our minister, bulldozed his own father-in-law's house. It is official because that house was illegal.
Okay.
So we don't make any difference in illegality and legality.
Dr. Mishra is saying that they are setting an example. There is no bias. It's not like they are targeting the opposition. They've taken this action against people affiliated, associated with the BJP as well.
They are the same party, BJP, which are just praising just few days back when Supreme Court says that bulldozer justice is not bulldozer. So what they were saying in that affidavit submitted by the Uttar Pradesh government, that yes, Supreme Court praised UP government. Yes, you did a great work. Now what happened? What happened? If that was a great work, and according to you all and what BJP spokesperson has said, there is no meaning of the court order, everything is going fine, then why Supreme Court says that there should be no demolition? There should be no bulldozer action. Why? Because you have made bulldozer a symbol of threat to the minorities, to the people of PDA.
No, but there's a rider. The court has said, Mohammad Tariq Khan, that as far as encroachments and illegal construction is concerned of public spaces, that can go on. For that, you don't need Supreme Court permission.
It's all right. It's all right. So everything is okay. This order means nothing. It's all right. Then why we are discussing here? Don't discuss anything. It's all right. Why we are discussing here? What we have to discuss? Means if the order is all right, they can go ahead. They'll do.
What do you mean by the order is all right? Can you please elaborate? What do you mean by that?
According to BJP, just BJP spokesperson said that they'll get, Supreme Court says that if something is illegal, you can go ahead.
That's what the court has said.
Go ahead.
That's what the court has said. But Dr. Kaushal Kant Mishra, while the court has said that, the court also in the previous hearing said just because an individual is an accused, you cannot demolish his or her property. Even if that individual is a convict, you cannot demolish his or her property. It did put a big question mark on the bulldozer culture. Today as well, the court said there should be no glorification or grandstanding when it comes to bulldozer justice.
Okay, if some criminal we find that there is some illegal encroachment. If the encroachment illegal, then only bulldozer action should be taken. We are not like Akhilesh Yadav ji, who bulldozed Rampal Yadav's homes just because of his own personal.
But Dr. Mishra, 1 minute. Dr. Mishra, no, 1 second. The demolition drive that you are citing about, the demolition.
Bulldozed
okay, point taken.
And High Court gave punishment.
Point taken. I'll ask that to Mr. Khan. But you're talking about the demolition incidents where after a crime was reported, that's when the bulldozer action was taken. And very proudly it was promoted as well, that this is bulldozer action. Baba ka bulldozer, many said.
So what is harm in that? If some criminal is having some illegal encroachment,
but the court is saying just because an individual is an accused or even if that individual is a convict, you cannot just go around bulldozing their properties.
Yes, correct. I am saying the same thing. If the property is legal, nobody can bulldoze.
But then you wait for that illegality. But then you wait for that illegality. You wait for that encroachment aspect to come to fore. Once a criminal case is reported, that's when the administration wakes up all of a sudden realizing that encroachment has happened, illegal construction has happened. Let me bring in Pankaj Sharma though. Pankaj Sharma, Mr. Mishra is citing bulldozer action taken by the Uddhav government when it was in power. So it's not like only the BJP is following this culture of bulldozer justice or instant justice. The opposition also has to be held accountable and responsible.
See, the trend was started by Yogi Adityanath. And that trend has become a new fashion. and BJP chief ministers across India now taking pride in using bulldozers with purely political motives, keeping aside all the rules and procedures. It is so pitiful that bulldozer has become a political tool in Indian politics. Bulldozer Babas, therefore, are not someone who should be worshipped.
But then,
They are
Pankaj
a
Sharma
blot
ji,
on the forehead of our
is the opposition blindly following this trend set up by the BJP?
Most of the BJP chief ministers are doing it. Supreme Court's order on banning the bulldozers will surely therefore get warm reception by each and every well-meaning nationalist Indian. I am sure that when the court will hear this case again on 1st October, it will pass an order for all time to
All
come
right.
that no demolition of property
I get your
anywhere
I
in the
get your
country
point
will take
criticizing the BJP. I'm asking you about the opposition rule states that have followed a similar pattern. Were they also targeting people? Was this discrimination as well on part of the opposition rule states when they followed the bulldozer culture? And is this also a reminder for them from the top court?
BJP ruled states are discriminating. They are selective in using the bulldozers. I would say that the Supreme Court should also make provisions.
Mr. Sharma, tell me something. Can you tell me whether the opposition rule states have followed this pattern or not? Are you saying none of the opposition rule states have followed this so-called instant justice method, the bulldozer culture?
Any state, any chief minister of any government, if the state is not following the procedures and misusing the bulldozers selectively, it is wrong.
Okay, it's very interesting.
And
you are very
Supreme
clear when
Court,
it comes to saying BJP chief ministers, but when it comes to opposition, you're saying any state and any chief minister. I want to bring in Shashank Shekharja. Shashank Shekharja, the court has made it absolutely clear, without permission, you cannot go on carrying out the demolition drives. And the court did also say that for encroachments, illegal encroachments and illegal construction, you need not take permission. That work can go on. But we very clearly know what those scathing observations are for, because the allegation was that it is being used to discriminate, it is being used as a political tool.
Namaste Swatiji and our fellow panelists. Swatiji, it is very clear from the directives of the Honorable Supreme Court that no such action can be taken by the executive as far as the judicial action are concerned. However, we must understand that most of the states in this country have something or the other called as Gunda Act, where police officials identify certain illegal people from the society and take a close look on their action, day-to-day actions. So if you look into the aspect of Uttar Pradesh, because that is the most discussed state here in this panel today, if you go through Uttar Pradesh action of Uttar Pradesh police in Uttar Pradesh as far as bulldozers are concerned, most of these actions are taken against those people who are not only accused of riots or some other kind of incidents, but their property are illegally built on a property.
Was the demolition drive carried because that individual wasn't accused in a particular case, or because there was encroachment and illegal construction? That's where the problem is. That's where the problem is. So the authorities, the administration know that there's encroachment happening, there's illegal construction happening, but action is not taken then. Mr. Mishra, how do you respond? It is safe for such a time when a crime will be reported and that individual's name will come up as an accused?
Listen, crime is a separate phenomena and bulldozer is separate.
But then who linked it to instant justice?
It's public to link. It's opposition to link because they are always taking sides of the illegal constructors, criminals. And some panelists is saying that bulldozer should be stopped for forever. I want to inform them there is act. By act, this bulldozer is going on. An act passed by Parliament and affirmed by the Supreme Court. Even we have seen the Twin Towers is blasted by the Supreme Court order. So if there is anything which is illegal, it will get bulldozed.
Okay. Let me bring in Mohammad Tariq Khan. Mohammad Tariq Khan, Dr. Mishra is saying it's the opposition that linked it to instant justice. The opposition which said that, listen, the Yogi government is acting against the accused, demolishing their property, when they were only taking action against individuals who were involved in encroachments and illegal construction. That's their defense. How do you respond?
if it's the matter of things which are illegal, no Supreme Court wouldn't have said anything. Supreme Court says that it's not good to glorify it. And it's Yogi Adityanath who's constantly saying, I'm bulldozer Baba, I'm bulldozer Baba, I'm very happy. See my bulldozer. From the chopper he said that, oh, look my bulldozers. They are ready to demolish the poor people of Uttar Pradesh. So Supreme Court commented on that and said that without informing us, you cannot do anything. This is what the justice for the people of the nation, poor people. And what they have done, according to the report of Frontline, they have demolished 1.5 lakhs homes. 7.5 lakhs have lost their houses. 1.2 crores people are affected. These are the
so while the BJP says we are only acting against encroachment and illegal construction and illegal activities, the opposition says that this in fact is an indication how heavily the Supreme Court has come down on the states that follow this culture. It has come down heavily on the UP government. On the other hand, it's absolutely clear as far as the Supreme Court is concerned, no demolition will take place without permission from the top court. It can happen in cases of encroachment. Is this the government following the procedure, or is this politics? It's for you to decide, viewers. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining us.